So Hannah, where are we headed now?
We're heading to the edge of our permitted range, which is the dog hut. If Helen's there, we can go in.
That's the dog hut that we're heading to. We'll just take a look at the surrounding mountains. Explain, where are we now, Hannah?
We're just at the edge of Ny Alesund. Behind the camera is the dog hut, so that's just on the edge, and you've got a nice view across pretty much our entire domain for the next 6 weeks.
So what's these sheds over here?
Those are storage sheds. And those are people having fun on snowmobiles. And then in the distance you can see the Magalef Cafe. Yeah. And then going across to the museum and the Nurk hut. A bit further to the hotel. Further again to the Yellow House and Blue House. Then to Sverdrup, the Norwegian Polar Institute. Then to the White Houses. And the old hospital, which is the long white building with all the lovely snow scooters in front of it. Then the blue one that's nondescript. And then a red one we don't know. And the yellow one, which is our house.
Behind that's the observatory.
That you shouldn't look at. He's not doing that. These must be out. Okay, so up at the top of the mountain behind me, you might be able to see the little tower leading to the gondola, and just beyond that is where the webcam for the village is, and also where they measure the carbon dioxide levels. So this is where they're doing all their atmospheric monitoring that tells us that we're putting too much carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
So this is the accommodation that we're staying in. It's pretty nice. We're in a place called Evenstad, and it has a desk and a bed, some shelves and a window. She's got a nice view of a house, wardrobe as you'd expect, Hannah because it's actually her room, and a little cupboardy bathroom thing, the shower and a toilet and stuff, and it's it's warm and comfy.
Cozy.
Okay, in every building in Norway you have to take your boots off when you come in.
These are my boots.
There's Hannah's boots, and those are mine. Very nice, and there's some skis, and then we've got the door. And it's quite good because it means that you don't get snow everywhere. But this is the snow scooter park outside Sverdrup Norwegian building. Hannah can tell us who Sverdrup was.
Sverdrup was a physical oceanographer who named the Sverdrup unit after, which is the measure of a flow of a current, after himself. In England, I thought I'd give you a bit of a tour of Ny Alesund. As you can see behind me, this is it. We'll start over on this side. First of all, we have this guy here. A famous Norwegian polar explorer.
Can't see much because of the light. I'd just like to add.
This is it's about 9:30 at night now, so this is pretty much nearly as low as the sun goes in the sky. You can get an idea of some of the buildings around us. We've got the Blue Hut, which is a German base, and down this way where the camera's pointing now is down towards the fjord, which you can see through the gap between the two red buildings. But obviously it's still frozen at the moment. And then coming up over here we have the Messe, which is where we have all our dinners. Beyond that is up towards the glacier, which you've probably seen some photos of, and some mountains. Keep going around, there's various countries' huts, the Koreans, the Japanese, the French, And the Norwegian station is that nice wooden one in front of you. And keep going around, and just behind that orange building in the distance there is our accommodation. And this is pretty typical weather really at the moment. It's about -5. And it's rather cool. So this is the cloakroom in the Messe. This is where we've already taken our shoes off, as we have to do everywhere, as Helen told you. There's lots of outside clothes that you have to wear, so this is a nice area where you can put it all. And then there's a nice area to wash your hands, because it's a very small base, and the last thing you want is anyone getting sick, so we all have to be nice and clean and careful. And if Helen peeks around the corner, you will see John. John is our resident polar bear. He's actually very small for a polar bear, and if you've read Helen's blog, you'll know that they can get up to 3 metres tall, and he's only just taller than me, so he's about 2 metres tall, and probably only a baby. He left his mum and was quite hungry, and that's why he attacked some people and had to be shot.
Do you want to give John a hug?
No.